We planned a trip to Madrid, Spain in less than 10 days. Throughout this video, I'm going to run you through some tips and tricks that you can apply to successfully plan your group's next trip. I'm not going to waste any time, so let's just jump right into it. They had reached out and said they wanted to go to Madrid, Spain from DC and also go to Marbella, Spain, back to Madrid and back to DC in 5 nights. Obviously, this is a lot of logistics, and another detail is that they had reached out 1 month prior to when they wanted to go. So they reached out on June 22nd and they wanted to leave on July 22nd. Starting with tip number 1, planning out the entire trip from start to finish. The biggest mistake that people usually make, jump into looking straight at Airbnbs. There's 8 people looking at different properties and hotels, yada yada. Stuff's getting sent in the group chat. People are saying one thing, you're seeing another thing. The first thing that you need to do is create a full plan for this trip. For example, this trip was 5 nights from DC to Madrid to Marbella, back to Madrid, back to DC. Obviously, in theory, this trip sounds fun in your head, but when you get into the logistics of it, there's a lot to take care of. So if you are part of a group that wants to travel, you need to go to your group with a solidified plan to make sure that they feel that they are secure. So tip number 1 is creating a start to finish plan for your trip. Now for tip number 2, creating a reasonable budget for the group. So let's say you're traveling with a group of 8 people, right? Person number 1 wants to have this full luxurious stay. Oh, let's go to the Rio Grande, drop $2,000, whatever. And then another person is like, oh, I'm stuck on money, something cheap. And then arguments go back and forth, and then 20 days go by and the trip falls off. So the next thing you and your group need to do is create a budget for this trip. Once you've gauged the flight cost at that point, then you can start looking at different lodging spots, hotels, see what is reasonable for everybody in the group. Make sure that everyone agrees, because even if one person doesn't, this can throw off the entire trip. Sometimes the payment is a lump sum. So if you're traveling with 8 people and one person ends up falling out, you can see where the discrepancies would be involved. So make sure that everyone is aligned on the budget. The third tip that I'm going to give you is look at the small details. This could be the most important. Look at the small details. I'm going to run you through exactly what happened with this trip. We had to plan a flight from DC to Madrid. They didn't want long layovers. They wanted to be quick, fast, easy. So their flight is flying direct from DC to Madrid while staying on a budget. They arrive in Madrid at 8:35 a.m. So next step, lodging. How are we getting there? When are we getting there? How long will it take us to get there? Will our luggage be able to be stored? Can we check in early? These things have to come to mind, because if you don't think of them, and even there is one discrepancy with these 5 items or however many there may be, you in essence could be cooked. Let's say you get to the lodging spot and there is no baggage drop off and it's 9 a.m. and you can't check in until 3, you're in a different country. What do? Walk around with our luggage all day, sit on a bench outside for 6 hours, go get some lunch, hope nobody steals our bags? No, you need to look into this. So tip number 3 is looking into the small details and little discrepancies. Towards the end of the video, I'm going to run through the entire trip from start to finish. I just want to showcase, what they're doing, what we were able to accomplish, on what sort of budget, and their entire schedule. Stay tuned for that. So for this trip in particular, we provided them with clubs to go to, dinners to go to, the proximity they are from their lodging spots, all of these different things. They have countless options, and when you're planning your trip, you should as well. Don't sell yourself short, you got it. Some quick research, and you can get it done. Now, I'm going to describe exactly the plan for this trip to Madrid. They reached out. They wanted to keep it on a short budget. They didn't want long layovers. We had a month to plan this trip. They were expressing interest on June 22nd, and they were leaving on July 22nd. Therefore, the time frame to plan this trip was little to none. Their budget was very low, but their expectations were high. So we got them 5 nights in Madrid and Marbella for 50. And I'm going to tell you exactly the schedule that we followed. They're flying out of Dulles in the evening, July 22nd. They arrive in Madrid early in the morning at 8:35 a.m. They're going to get to their lodging spot, drop off their bag. Then they're going to tour the city of Madrid all day. They're going to do what they want. They're going to follow the itinerary items that we provided them, lunch spots, tourist activities, yada yada. They're going to return to their lodging spot at around 4, get all their stuff settled, chill, whatever. Then they have the option, go out to dinner, go out to a nightclub that we provided. However, they're going to catch a train early the next morning at around 8 a.m. to go to Marbella, 4-hour train ride. Then they are going to get off the train in Marbella at around 12 to 1, go have lunch, hour and a half. Then they're going to go check into their lodging spot, prepare. This is the night of the DJ set that they wanted to go to. So the DJ set is at 7. I assume they want to get there around 6. They're going to go to that, have some fun. Their lodging is 5 minutes away from the DJ set, so nothing. Then they're going to go out to some nightclubs later that night, have a great time, get back to their spot. Then they're going to wake up, have a day on the beach in Marbella, spend the day touring Old Town, Porta Banús, all of these things. Go out in the evening if they choose, but the next day they have a train back to Madrid early in the morning. Their lodging spot isn't too far from the train station, so they're going to arrive back in Madrid at 2:45 p.m. The check-in in Madrid, 3 p.m. They can settle in, they have their own private spot, then take a taxi into the city, do whatever they want. Have dinner, hit the clubs, taxi home. Next day, take it chill. It's the 27th at this point, one more night on their trip. Then they're going to wake up early, check out of the spot, head back to the airport, fly into Frankfurt for a 2-hour layover, and then they're going to fly back to DC to conclude their trip. And that is the full schedule. They're going to return home happy and healthy, and they will have the best week of their life. I'm going to drop the itinerary we provided them. Our next video, we actually had them vlog some content while they were in Madrid and Marbella. It's going to be a short video, 3 to 4 minutes, but it's just going to be their experience, and it'll be a cool video to see how this trip that we planned came to fruition. We have all the socials, Instagram, TikTok, X. It's going to be in the link in the description, as is our website. If you have a trip upcoming that you're even already going on, you can reach out to our company and pick our brain on it. I mean, we love doing this stuff. We're trying to build a community so that we can all succeed in our ventures. Thanks for watching the video. Please leave a like if you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for future videos.